Well, I'd like to welcome you to Artetude. I'm Margaret, also known as Kenny Offerman. I'm one of the gallery owners, and we're here for a very special event today, which is for our second in the Artist of the Month series, with our Artist of the Month being none other than Marsha Hammel, who we have come to know and love dearly, and you see a lot of her work around this gallery. Now, Artetude is downtown Asheville's newest fine art gallery. We opened in June, and we have a number of artists that are represented, and our Artist of the Month series is really designed to give an opportunity for you to get to know our artists, learn from them, and have a social event as well. Now, I myself am a physician, as is my husband, Russell Medford. And Russ and I are in the healing of the body business, but equally important is both maintaining and healing the soul. And that is so much what art is all about. And just like we support the arts through, most recently through opening an art gallery, we also are using the gallery to support the health end of things. And so a portion of the proceeds of each piece from Artetude goes to the Mission Foundation for use in the new cancer center. So whenever you buy art from Artetude, you are also helping the Mission Cancer Center. But we're here today to hear Marsha Hammel speak. So Marsha is a fun and fascinating person who is clearly very talented, and she'll be sharing some of her wisdom with us today. She was born in Florida, but clearly had a wanderlust, in part being a military kid, and lived in a number of different countries and different cities, and also has a passion for dance and for jazz, which is clearly reflected in her art. She got her degree in art from Virginia Commonwealth University in Richmond, and Richmond is actually my hometown. And so she has her art that has been in a lot of different private and public collections, including several museums down in Florida, and she is very widely represented in the UK. And so we're delighted that she agreed to have us be her representative and agent here in the United States. And so without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Marsha, and she's going to delight you with her talent and wisdom. Marsha.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I want to thank all of you for being inside today. Wow. I think if this wasn't planned, I would definitely be outside today. So I'm going to try to make this little talk as interesting as it can be, and my intention is to talk about the model as a muse. What is it that gets a piece of artwork, a painting, a drawing, anything started in the first place? What's the inspiration? And very often it is another person, a model, a sitter. Sometimes it can just be a memory. Sometimes it can be, in the case of this painting, a hat. See, I brought the hat. The hat inspired this painting. Okay, there you go. The hat. Is that hat worth a painting?
Yes.
Worth a painting. This painting was inspired when a friend of mine, this girl, showed up one day wearing a black sundress, and she just looked so fabulous with her beautiful round plump arms and her round plump figure, and I just instantly wanted to do something with this fluffy skirt and the roundness of it all. And she was wearing a turquoise bracelet, and I had this plant that was so bluish green it appeared to be a turquoise plant. So in my mind put these color elements and these shape elements together immediately, and I couldn't wait to go find a canvas I actually had another painting started on this, and I scribbled it out and started all over again, and came up with this composition. and I really like it, as simple as it is, with very few colors, and just the gesture of my friend. And interestingly, I feel that the painting even caught her her frame of mind at the time, which was actually she had been a little confused and worried about some issues that was going on in her own life, and she had this almost quizzical look on her face. So the point of using this as a demonstration piece is that the elements of the sitter are just as important to the painting as the color and the composition and the shapes of the composition itself. So it all just came together, flowed together, the shape of her skirt, the shape of the chair, and it's almost as if I didn't do it. She brought this painting into being. I just put it together. And that so often happens to artists and you might say, oh, well, that's self-expression. It may very well be expression, but from my point of view, I see it as a distillation in which an artist can distill a feeling or an idea or a memory or even a very broad concept and distill it into the essence of all its various parts. So very often an artist will look in his models for elements, emotional elements that they want in their lives. And then, of course, once it's in their lives, it becomes a part of their body of work. This big painting behind us, I was explaining a little earlier, is a model that I worked with in Tampa in '07. And we did, and I say we because it's a collaboration when you work with a model. We must have done half a dozen paintings together, I think. And she posed for both figures. And that's why I call this Sisters Songs, because I thought I would con everyone into thinking that this is two sisters, but it's really the same model. And at the time, we were reading and talking about Penelope and how she was waiting for Homer to come home from his adventures. And so she was pretending to be Penelope, waiting for her husband to come home. And this is her friend or her sister trying to console her by playing music. And I made this painting. It's actually not the first painting I've made of this subject matter. I've done it before. Joanne Ferlita owns the other one, the one of the goddess reclining. Anyway, so I have revisited that subject matter often, and many times used the same model for two characters, if you will, in the picture. The name of the painting is The Wedding Guest. So I went to my cousin's wedding, and all my cousins are very snitty, and there's all this politics going on in the family, and this one's not talking to this one, and this one's not talking to me, and I'm not talking to that one. But we all had to be nice because our little cousin was getting married. So yeah, she's got this kind of, punky look on her. And that's just how I was feeling when I was. And I think that's where this color came from. It looks like it's green, doesn't it? But it's not. It's black and yellow. Black and yellow makes green.
Wow.
But anyway, yeah. So that's. Yeah.
Did you say that the lines were oil pastel?
Yeah.
Then it doesn't rub off? Or?
No. No.
No,
You put enough of it on
Okay, you put
there.
it on. Okay.
Yeah. No,
And then
and also I'll settle it. I'll settle it with turpentine.
Okay.
This whole painting is black underneath.
Yeah.
That was also part of my mood. Black. Just make the whole thing black, and then we'll put this grumpy face on it. Yeah. But a beautiful hat. So yeah, so that's how art is made, y'all.
And don't you love it when they say, and how long? And you're supposed to say how many years you've been painting.
Yeah. Well, I lived in Sarasota, Florida for many years, and the city decided to honor its artists, and there were a bunch of us who came to receive this little plaque, and this was 20 years ago, so there were some really old guys there. They were really old. They were like 60. And we were sitting backstage waiting to go and get our little awards. And that's what all these artists were talking about. And I was just saying, I hear it too. Well, how long did it take? Because what people do is they go, oh, let's see, $5,000. It took you 3 days? You know, so of course we all lie.
No, it took me 50 years.
Struggled. I was in such angst. And so this one old guy indeed answers the question by saying, with a very grumpy face, 40 years, took 40 years to do that. So, which you know, it is kind of true. Yeah, it is kind of true. But I don't mind being fast. You know, I am fast. I work fast. I don't fool around. I get right into it and do it. And one of the things that really annoys me about particularly young artists is, well, how many paintings have you made this year? 3. 3 paintings, that's it? Well, you know, I'm waiting for inspiration. You know, there it is, right there, inspiration. Right? It's everywhere, it's everywhere. All of you, I could take any one of you and make a fabulous painting out of you, because every person is a fabulous model. Okay, remember my friend who walked into my studio and I made her sit down? Well, this is her sister. This is her sister, Kay Linda. And well, it's really not good to put a camera on like that. But anyway, the same thing happened. I made this painting in '04, and I love it. It's one of my personal favorite, best paintings. And if you can see under here, there's flowers. I was doing this really boring painting of flowers in a vase. It was, you know, I mean, I was bored with it myself. So Kay Linda walks in, and she's like this tall, little round thing, and I said, "Oh my God, go sit down, Kay Linda. Sit." She goes, "What? I said, just sit there. Just give me half an hour." Seriously, guys, half an hour, and this painting just poured out of me. And Kay Linda says, "Well, can you make me thin?" And I said, "No way, I love your round face." I loved her round face. And she had these curls that just were round. She was all about round, you know? I just loved her, and I just loved this painting. Her sister tried to steal it. I said, "No, you have to give that back to me." So you know, it can come. It's there. Every one of you has. It can be like these classical images. You know, Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa was just a girl. She was a person. You know, it's there. It's all there. There's great paintings in every person, every hat, there's inspiration everywhere. You just have to grab hold of it and capture it before it gets away. So what do you think, guys? Did you have fun?
Yeah.
So I'd like to thank Marsha for doing an outstanding job at talking about her muses. And so y'all come back now, you hear?